What's up, guys, and welcome to the Out Yonder YouTube channel. This video is our third video. We got some interesting things going on. We got fishing, we got some animals we've seen, we got some yard work, and towards the end of the video we got a surprise, an unpleasant surprise on some more work we're dealing with. So tune in, like, subscribe, and give us a comment on what you guys think. Enjoy the video. What's up, y'all? It is 8 o'clock in the morning. I am loaded up and I'm headed to Jefferson from Prosper. It is Tuesday. I'm having to come out here a little bit early. Kaylee had popped her tire in the rear of her Genesis, so I gotta come out there, leave work early, and go help her out. Gotta save her. She can't be out there without a car. So leaving work early, got some things to do out there as well. Other than that, we've had some issues going on with the main house. We'll get into that here in a bit. But got a lot of work to do this week. I'll be out there for 5 days instead of just the weekend. So for me to go and save Kaylee and her car, I gotta go take some wheels off her car, bring them up to the tire shop, get some new tires put on. Her car is just not made for the country. So what I might be doing this week is going to look at some trucks. We're going to keep the Tahoe, but trade in her Genesis and get us a diesel truck. So there was a couple I wanted to see in Marshall, but a big F-250 or Duramax or something like that is kind of what I'm looking for. The truck's going to be huge out there with towing and pulling tree stumps and just, doing basic, homestead and farm duties out there. So I got about a 3.5 hour drive, maybe 4. I got a loaded trailer. So I will see you guys out there. Look at this traffic going towards McKinney. Man, this is way better leaving in the morning than leaving at night on Fridays, because usually the traffic is going the other way, and I'm in all of this but going to Jefferson. So it's kind of nice leaving in the morning, actually. All right, y'all, I just took Kaylee's tires off, or her wheels, got her wheels. It was extremely hot. I did not feel like filming me just profusely sweating in this humidity. So I'm heading to the tire shop to get some new tires put on. I got to stop by Lowe's, swap some things out for returns, and possibly go look at a truck. And then in the midst of all that, I got to get my tire looked at. Don't mind that check engine light. I got to fix that later. But yeah, got a lot of chores to do this week. I'll try and take you guys along with the ride for most of it. Week in the life of Logan. As I am leaving, I wanted to show you guys our creek. So this is our creek. I didn't really get too good of a video of this last time. Big creek. It's called Cattail Creek. I don't see any cattails, but maybe I'll find some later. But this looks like some good fishing. Like I could put some trout lines in here or something like that. It's got the lily pads, just like our pond does. And I bet you there's some good fish in here. Maybe some flatheads or something. We talked to a neighbor and they actually found an alligator in here. So I'll have to be looking out for alligators. But as you can see, we got the big cypress trees. What's cool is the roots on these things. I don't know if you can see that, but they got big roots on these trees. So, anyways. Alright, truck and tires are at the shop. I stopped by Juicy's Hamburgers. Check out this patty melt. That looks freaking good. Nom nom. Yeah, that got annihilated. I'm stuffed. Juicy's Hamburgers, Marshall, Texas. I give it a 9 out of 10, just because they don't have a bar. Alright, so they couldn't do my tires. They called me and wanted me to come back and reschedule next week, and couldn't do that. I asked why. They said it was because their balancer broke. So I ended up just having them mount
in
the
1,000
two loose
feet,
wheels.
turn right onto North Washington Avenue.
Mount the 2 loose wheels, and then I'll take them somewhere else to balance them. So now I'm driving to another shop to balance them. It's unfortunate having to do all this, especially when I'm a tech that works at a shop. So, yep, fun times. Alright, so I just went to Firestone, and they said they can't balance the loose wheels that I have. They said it would take 2 to 3 hours. But there's only one car in the shop. I do only see one tech in there, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna throw unbalanced wheels on Kaylee's car and then deal with it later. They're gonna go in the back anyways, so she's probably not gonna feel it. More than likely, with the roads that we have in Jefferson out near our property, they're just gonna get unbalanced again anyway. So looks like I'm done with that. So I went and took a look at that truck. It's a good truck. There's a couple things going on with it. I'll probably keep looking at other trucks, and we'll see where we go with what I decide. I'm not in a hurry right now, but I am starting to look for trucks. In the meantime, I got Kaylee's tires back. I'm about to start mounting them. Shit. There we go. Don't forget torquing. Trying to do this with one hand while filming is very interesting. I do need a GoPro. Alright, enough hard work for right now. Need a refresher. Got Kaylee's car done. I gotta unload that trailer later. It is full of patio equipment, so I gotta figure out where that's gonna go. And then I think I will call it a night after that and start doing some yard work. And I do have to mow the lawn. It doesn't look that high right now, but in some areas it's kind of high, so I may be videoing that. We'll see. Mila and I are out here at the pond fishing, end of the night. Did you catch anything yet? Yeah. Yeah. Caught a little perch. I caught a little bass. Until I get a GoPro or some sort of mount for the camera, I can't really record fishing. So soon, maybe one day soon, I will get a head strap or something like that with a GoPro, and I can do some first-person view fishing. This is what it's all about, guys. Fishing with the kids, watching the sunset. This is what life's about. Gotta take these moments in. Mila, did you just catch that?
Yeah.
You caught the biggest bass. Oh my gosh. Hold on, guys. You guys got to see this thing held up. You got me beat. Look at the size of this bass that Mila just caught. Look at this.
Sides.
Look at that. Oh my God. No way. Hold on, I got to get him off. All right, this is Mila's freaking hog that she caught. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This thing's probably 4 pounds, 5 pounds. That's insane. I can't believe that just happened. Mila caught a hog. A freaking hog of a fish. She got me beat on my record out here. I'm just sitting here enjoying the sunset, and she said, I got one! And that thing just starts splashing. Man, that was crazy. That was probably about 4 to 5 pounds. Good job, Mila. Just dropped the kids off for the bus. Decided to look into this for our automatic gate and open this up and check out the battery on this thing. So that's probably what's wrong with the gate. Quick diagnostic. I need to find a battery and fix the terminal. Good morning, guys. I just unloaded the trailer. I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you where I have stuff set, but yeah. So excuse the clutter, but I put the outside dining table there. I don't know if it's gonna stay there. It's just kind of one of those eat outside, overlook the pond kind of things. I'll take you around back and see where I was thinking about putting it in the back. All right, walked around the side of the house. So we got our back area. Don't mind all the crap my kids left out from swimming last night, but I was thinking maybe put it over here in this little corner by the fire pit, but I don't know. Something else I moved was our patio furniture. So we have a little area up here. Let me show you guys a further out view. So, oh, big bad Titus. You guys can't see him. So that's gonna be our little lounge area. I might put like a plant or something there, and then maybe like a tarp, one of them triangle tarps for shade. But that's our little pool lounging area. Ooh, and I think maybe some lights around there or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. If the table will look better here or back in the front dining area. The thing is, I couldn't fit all the chairs because there was just not enough space. Maybe I bring it back here and then get a smaller table or smaller chairs in the front to eat outside. Yeah. Let me know what y'all think. All right, it is Friday morning. I got up before the sun came up and had some coffee over there. I am in the process of mowing our hill. Mila wanted to help, so I got her working with a weed eater. So I forgot to bring a rope to try my rope trick with this thing. So I've been mowing at like a 45-degree angle, side to side. I got most of it done. I'm going to give the camera to Mila so she can do a quick video of me and what it looks like, me going sideways, even though I'm almost done. All right. So yeah, this is the angle that I'm dealing with. Hopefully Mila got a good video for you guys on what I'm dealing with, but I'm almost done. I gotta do the back of the house, and then I gotta weed eat the surrounding of the pond. I did all the zero turn yesterday, and I stopped before it got hot. I can't really video on the zero turn because it vibrates so much. I can't, and I need both my hands, so I need a GoPro just to get more videos. I think that's going to be one of our investments in the near future, is first person view stuff. All right, I'm going to finish this up. Side note, these deer flies are brutal. If you don't know what a deer fly is, Look them up. They look like a housefly. They got like some striped delta wings. But man, they come after you and they bite you hard. I ordered some deer fly traps for the back of your head, but there's not much you can do about them other than wear more clothing. But yeah, they're brutal, brutal. Look at Mila bringing me some drinks. I don't need the beer right now. It's too early for that. But I will take some water. Thank you, sweetie. All right, this is the finished slope. It looks pretty good. Not bad. All right. Check out this garden orb weaver. Beautiful spider. It's the first one of those we've seen out here. Very cool. All right, guys, so the big project we were working on, the big news, unfortunately was we had mold in our house. So if you look back behind me, I have set up a containment room. It's not bad mold, it's penicillin mold. The unfortunate thing is Kaylee is allergic to penicillin. So got a little bit more serious. That's the main reason I took off this week to get here, set this containment room up and start demoing some stuff. The mold isn't like black mold everywhere. It's not one of those things. There is a high count, a high spore count per inch, but it's one of those things I needed to take care of quickly so my family can continue living here. Also good news, we got 2 offers on our Prosper house, so I may end up coming out here sooner than I thought. So I'll walk you guys around the containment room real quick and show you what we're working with. So here's our containment room. Now I'm not wearing hazmat stuff yet because I have not demoed anything. Here's the back side. So the mold room is in here, in this room here. So we have it sealed off, it's contained. I ended up buying an air scrubber and a bunch of 6mm plastic to wrap over everything, an exhaust vent to go out the window. Like, I am ready to start demoing stuff. So I think this whole entire upstairs area is going to be redone. But I gotta knock that wall out, knock some of this wall out. One of the issues we were having over here, you can't really see it. I wish I had my flashlight on me, but there's rust buildup here. There was condensation from the vent because it wasn't insulated properly, and it was just dripping condensation onto this vent, creating a fire hazard. Something the inspectors didn't catch, along with the mold as well. So this is our project for the next few weeks. Yeah, so I'm new to this mold thing, but I'm down to try anything without paying somebody. I'm all about do it yourself, so I'll walk you guys kind of through the journey. Once I get my hazmat stuff on, I will not be recording in here. So I'm just gonna kind of show you guys now. I might get some pictures of the mold and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll kind of play it by ear, and I'll show you guys as I go on what I can. So this is the Vivor air scrubber. I ended up buying this thing. It was like 350 bucks. It has a HEPA filter in here. There's 3 filters through there. It comes out. Then I'm gonna hook up the tube to here to come out. So the whole reason for the containment room, it creates a negative vacuum. That way the air is only being sucked this way into the vent, out the window. But it's contained. That way we're not getting mold spores out there dripping onto, you know, our AC units downstairs, because our AC units are right down here, AC and pool stuff. So you can see the condensation on the window too. So all the windows in this house will be needing to be replaced. So all right, I'm going to test out this air scrubber now and see if we're gonna pull a good vacuum in here so we can start demoing. All right, I just got it zipped up, plugged in. Let's test this bad boy out. I got the exhaust hooked up. First time, I'm gonna run it. Let's kick her on. Oh, we're moving. We're sucked in. Oh yeah. So that's creating some negative vacuum. That way when we start demoing, all the spores will go that way and out the vent. This thing's pretty slick. It's pretty quiet too. It's turned up all the way. It's really not bad at all. Interesting. All right, we're good to start demoing now. Just gotta get the hazmat stuff on and we can start going to town, check it out. Okay, small problem. The floor is starting to air up. So it might be too much vacuum or I need something to put along the edges the way the floor doesn't come up. But at least we know our vacuum room is working. I might put some rocks or something along the edge. Let's see. Okay, ran into issue number one. So there's so much vacuum created from me doing such a great job sealing this area that the floor was bubbling up like really high. It was gonna rip off my tape like that. So I just put rocks to kind of help keep everything down, but I don't know if I need to turn the vacuum on this down or not. It is on max right now. I don't know if I need it this high, but I just don't want a trip hazard. And I already looked, I don't have anything like flat that I could lay across here, like plywood or anything right now. I will when I go get like drywall and stuff to hang back up, but right now I do not. So I guess in the meantime, I just turned that down to like medium and it looks doable. So, yep. All right, so this is the mold room. You can see the mold up there on the roof. That's what I gotta get out. I think there's mold on this stuff, so I don't know if I have to pull the unit and pull both those units or just clean around them. Realistically, they might all have to be removed. Alright guys, the hot water heater is out. Now I need to remove all this AC unit. Like I said, that's the mold, and it was because of this. Poor insulation and ducting job on the previous owners, or whoever did this extension on the house. And how the inspector didn't see this blows my mind. So next step's going to be pulling this. That'll be tomorrow, because I need some pipe cutters to get some of these lines off. And yeah. Then we get to start ripping all these walls down and seeing what's behind all this. I'm probably gonna figure out a better way to mount all this when we start going back together. We are on a journey to Lowe's, Kaylee and I. So it'll be about an hour and a half road trip, just to get two things. So we'll stop and get some beer as well for tonight, but I need a pipe cutter to open up the AC lines and get the AC unit out before we start demoing.
Can I say how proud I am of you? Like, it makes my heart sing to see everything that you've done today, because it's been incredibly stressful for both of us, but you've just tackled it, and I am so thankful that you're so handy, because yeah, we would be in a hot mess otherwise. So thank you, baby.
You guys hear that? I'm awesome. So we're done with Lowe's. We got our pipe cutter. Stopped and got some more water at Walmart. And now we are at Cooters to pick up some liquor.
Interesting day.
Yes. Yeah, go get that gate, girl. Get that gate, girl. I know, I gotta fix the electric gate, the battery in the terminal. One day, I'll get to it. What's up, guys? I'm about to start tearing out this HVAC unit in here. This one in here, I got the water heater out yesterday. I'm about to start tearing all that down so we can start demoing all this stuff. So once this is out, I'm gonna start tearing all the ceiling off, all the drywall's coming out. We're gonna come over here. I'm gonna knock out this wall over here, move that plug, or just delete the plug and put it there. I don't know yet, but I need some attic space here, so we're gonna make an entry into that and cut some of that out. We're also going to be ripping apart the drywall in here and redoing all of the drywall inside the closet. Alright guys, the air box is out. It was kind of a bitch, but there we go. You can see more mold on the side right there. I got to get that box out. Yeah, all this drywall is going to come off. And then I got to fit this through here somehow. I might have to set up another zipper here and have Kaylee help me pull it out. Okay, I got the unit out. I had to put another zipper up to fit it out. Kaylee helped me get it through here and downstairs. So here's what the room looks like. I gotta start cleaning all this off and then getting rid of the drywall. I gotta get all this out of here. My issue I have is when I open this, it creates back pressure onto here. And the whole point of this is to create pressure to go, or vacuum to go out of that window. It'll defeat the whole purpose when I open that up and it balloons back that way, pushing the contaminated area back into the house. So I need to figure out how I can keep this vacuum while demoing all this. So in the meantime, I'm gonna clean all this off and get most of the mold disinfected before I start cutting all this drywall out. All right, guys, so I got the water heater out, the air unit out. We got a couple bags of just random trash in there. Got the bottom vent out. Look what I found. Kills all-purpose interior exterior primer, sealer and stain blocker. This is for mildew and it's for mold. So that means the previous owners knew about the mold. In my opinion, they had all this stuff in that same utility closet that we found all the mold. So this stuff is what a lot of people buy to kill the mold and seal it. So in my opinion, they probably painted over everything before they sold the house with this. Yeah, pretty shitty. All right, I got everything out. I'm gonna cut these back. That way it's fully sealed. I take those off and then I'm gonna start spraying mold killing cleaner off all this before I start ripping it apart. All right, this is the stuff I'm gonna spray prior to removing the drywall. So this might actually like kill some of it before I, start removing drywall. Just to get some of the spore count down before I start pulling stuff. I'm using a Chaplin sprayer on mist, and I'm just gonna lightly mist over everything. I got my safety. I'm gonna have my PPE, my respirator, and yeah, trying to get most of this mold out before I actually start demoing. And then we're gonna end up spraying more behind the drywall. All right, I just finished spraying everything. As you can tell, it's hot in there, no AC. This thing doesn't breathe very well. I'll go in there in like 30 minutes, see if a lot of that black stuff is off, and then see if it's safe to start demoing. And then I get to deal with this vacuum airspace if it actually is gonna work properly or not once I do start demoing, so bear with me. So my kids came and grabbed me, and we have a cute little gray tree frog right here. Check him out. He's on our umbrella. What did you say, Mila? He said he thinks it's a tree. Let's see if I can. Bud,
I want to pick him up.
let me see if I can get him to.
Oh.
Well, he's a cutie, isn't he? Okay, it's been 45 minutes, and I've let that stuff sit. It looks like it's killed a lot of it. There's a little spot over here, but most of that mold is actually gone. So they did a good job killing it. Looks pretty good. It doesn't mean it's fixed. I still gotta rip all this down. So what I might do, because I gotta be gone for a week, go back to work and come back next week, I might take some mold killing primer and seal all this with paint first before pulling it down. That way the spores don't kick back at me when I'm going to cut it all back. But that looks really good. All right, check this out, guys. This is an imperial moth. These guys are super rare to find. You don't find these normally. They only live about 5 to 7 days. They have no mouth. They don't feed. They fly around and try to lay babies, and then they eventually die off. We've had a few of these guys come about, and this is one of them tonight. I'm sharing with you guys. Check this out. So beautiful. All right, today is Sunday. We're gonna take it a little bit easier today. As far as the mold in the upstairs on the right side of our house, I sprayed it again. I'm gonna let it sit over 5 to 7 days until I come back out here next weekend. I'm actually gonna do the demo then. I kind of ran out of time. I gotta go back to work. So for a couple hours today, I'll show you what I'm doing today. Last week I pulled, there was some vents here in the kids' bathrooms and closet. They had a little bit of mold growing in the vents from not being insulated properly. So what I did was I pulled the old insulation out. It's like the fiberglass insulation, and I seam sealed with duct sealer. I don't know if you guys could see. I duct sealed all the way, all the cracks in there. And then I picked up this 1/2-inch foam, HVAC foam, and I cut templates. And I will go back in and put this surrounding corners everywhere. And then on the back side, we're gonna spray foam the backside. So these vents should be super insulated. I think we're gonna do this over time with my entire house. We want this house insulated to the T because of all the humidity in East Texas. So yeah, that's the project now. I will turn the camera around and go see the vents that I have finished. All right, we're going into Finn's room. So this is finished. So this is with the foam all the way surrounding. Boom, boom, boom. So it used to be old fiberglass insulation in here. Now it is like 1/2-inch thick HVAC foam. And I think that's gonna be a lot better. And like, you're not getting the fiberglass particles in the air. I mean, it's code, but whatever. And then the back side of this, like you can see the seam sealer. I seam sealed everything and the cracks in here before. And then we spray foamed the back side of this. So these vents are super insulated now. But that's gonna pretty much be it for this week. And wrap up the video. So I will end up be getting more footage, maybe of the demo and everything. But I think that's about all the time we have. So Catch me on the next video. Please like and subscribe and give us a comment on the process and what you think, and possibly any ideas on if we can get reimbursed from the homeowners or the home inspection company that failed to miss all this stuff, or not failed to see all this stuff. Because obviously that one utility closet was pretty obvious. I didn't see it, but when I'm looking at the house, I wasn't looking for stuff like that. So I was looking for foundation issues, stuff, This is all new to me. Haven't dealt with mold before. This is something new, and I'm figuring it out as we go. Lots of YouTube videos and do-it-yourself videos. So yeah, tune in next time, guys. Bye.